Yo, what's going on, y'all? Before we start, oh, my game was maxed. Anyway, what's going on, y'all? Before we start the review, I'm just gonna say, if anybody wants a VoD reviewed, join my Discord down in the description below, and hit me up, and I'll be sure to review your VoD. With all that out of the way, let's just start the review. This is a bronze Zarya, I think like 1300 SR, so this is honestly pretty exciting for me. Reviewing bronze gameplays honestly is really interesting. Let's see. You're on Zarya Hog. I'm not really stressing team comp too much. Especially in bronze. I don't really think it matters. Just play what you're good at. They have a Junkrat and a Hog and a Zen. Those kind of all spam and they kind of get you charged. So, initially, once you probably first see the enemy, you see the runs about a Fire Strike, you can pop bubble, get charged. Why bubble yourself instead of a teammate for this? Because oftentimes your teammate won't know that they're getting bubbled, but if you know you're about to get bubbled, or you know you're gonna bubble yourself, pop the bubble and then walk into the Fire Strike. You have plenty of time to like walk into it. Good, perfect, awesome. Now, no reason for that bubble on the Hog. Like he's not gonna get one shot by the Widow. There's no reason to do that. I would say wait until he has the attention of the Junkrat or the Zen until you want to waste bubble on him, or the Hog, honestly. Okay, good. You see Doom going in. Doom is a pretty good bubble target. Bubbling a Doomfist, he might be the best target in the game. He's gonna get you charged, and he's gonna benefit so much from the extra safety you gave him. So that's a great bubble. I'm very happy with that. Happy you didn't bubble the Roadhog. Shooting a lot of nothing. Don't do that too much. Don't shoot nothing. Another great bubble. Awesome. Now here you have an advantage. You know their Mercy's down. They're solely healing Zen, which means they have really low heals, which means you could probably focus the enemy tank. Try your best to make it so only the enemy tank is in your line of sight. Only the thing that you're going to shoot is in your line of sight. So for example, what you're doing here, you could kind of see Roadhog and Marine, that's okay. Zen and Junkrat have no shot at hitting you because of where you're positioning, and I like that. However, you have an advantage, I would start pushing in. Okay, 6v4, press W. You have 2 picks. Your team is going to benefit a ton from aggression. How do I know it's 6v4? Look at the kill feed. Your team just killed Mercy, and your team just killed Widow. So 6v4 in your favor. Start getting aggressive, please. 5v4, that's fine. Still get aggressive here. Turn your focus on the Zen. Good. Burn him down, burn him down, burn him down. Good job. Tracking was not too good, but that's fine. Good bubble on Doom. Even though you didn't get any charge or protect him from anything, I would have done the same thing. Because Hog has a chance to deal like 300 damage with a shot. So I figure it might as well. Alright, awesome. Now, I think someone in Discord said you sit and point as Zarya the whole time. That's not good. If you're on tank, you're not doing your team any good by sitting a cart. And you might think to yourself, oh, but I'm tank. I belong in the objective, right? Not at all. No. You should be pushing up, taking space with the numbers advantage you have. For example, you guys just killed the Mercy. You guys just killed the, what was it, Reinhardt? So if anything, there's going to be maximum 4 enemies here. And if you start pushing up, taking space, you'll have maybe 2 or 3 teammates with you. I'm not saying your whole team because it's bronze, but some people will come with you. So hopefully you don't just sit on point. Especially as Zarya, where you need to be close to do anything. And you need charge. So you need to be constantly getting bubbles off to get charge. I'm going to tell you this right now. 3 on cart, 2 on cart, not necessary. Just need 1 on cart if you're pushing. Right here, if you're pushing up and helping your team, maybe you bubble that Doomfist and get him out. But instead, you just AFK on cart. Bubbling Hog, you're not really useful. You didn't have a ton of attention. Now you don't have bubble for hook. Or self-bubble for hook. Yikes. Really bad self-bubble. You had no attention. Same thing there. Wasted a team bubble on somebody who had no attention on them. Another bubble. No attention on you. Alright. Wait until there is attention on you to bubble. This is going to be... I'm going to write this down because this is a fucking big one. Wait until there's some attention on you before using bubbles. Both friendly and teammate. Because... Hold on. Wait for attention on bubbles. Okay. Because you're using it when... I guess when you're anticipating to take damage. Which, in your mind, is... It's not working. Like, you'll bubble yourself or bubble someone, expect to take damage, and they take nothing. So... Wait until someone is actively shooting them. Your teammates are actively engaged. And then give them bubble. Same with you. If you're engaged, bubble. Now here, You thought, oh, Widow shot me, she's gonna keep shooting me. Okay, let me bubble. And I mean, you get a little bit of charge from the Zen, but not enough. Bubbling Doom really early there. If you're gonna bubble Doom, wait until he goes in. It's a bad engage from him, but I would still wait until he goes in. That way you get something off the bubble, because that's when he'll take attention. When he's very close to the enemy, and the enemy has to address him. Not when he's setting up with an uppercut. Because at that point, he doesn't have to take attention, and then by the time he engages, your bubble just expires, like what just happened. Again, here, you expected to take attention, and you had nobody shooting you. Your ult charge is really slow. Reason being, you never have charge. You're always playing really far back, and you're never really shooting anything. Good bubble. Slam gives you a decent bit of charge. Good bubble on the Hog. Bubbling Hog, when he hooks a Hog, is fine. Because you're either going to save him from 150 damage, get yourself a ton of charge, or you're going to stop the enemy Hog's hook. Good right clicks, really good. Happy with that. Now help your Hog. You see that he's engaged. Instead of going for a flank. Okay. The reason I wanted you to help Hog there is because he was engaged and he was fighting enemy tanks. If you bubble him there, he probably wins that 1v1, honestly. That's okay, though. Good grab. I'm okay. Absolutely okay with that grab. Perfect. You know they didn't have trance because they just used it on you. So you're kind of free to grab there. Good bubble in the Mercy. Just don't walk into the mines like your Doom did. Really bad Bob. It's like a 5v2. I don't think a Bob is necessary at all. I also need to focus the ball. Here we go. And Mercy runs into the mines. Alright. What do I like so far about your Zarya? You are giving bubbles to Doom. That's fucking great. The issue is the timing. So I want to talk about when to bubble Doom, when to bubble your tank. That kind of plays into the whole thing I told you in Discord, which is early in the fight, bubble your tank for charge, because earlier in the fight, they're going to take a lot of the attention. But if you see one of your DPS in their backline, maybe a Genji, maybe a Doomfist, a Tracer, who knows, feel free to bubble them, because it'll help them significantly in their 1v1s. Excuse me. It'll help them a lot in their 1v1s. And you should have charge already. So your second set of bubbles, you'll probably be around 60 charge because you got 40 from your first two. Second set of bubbles can be used more for protection as opposed to getting charge. Because a 60 charge Zarya is still scary. 0 charge Zarya, not so much. No need to bubble there. No attention on you. Try to track how much attention's on you. Also, you see Doom going in here. Your Hog is kind of ready to go in. You should be pushing up a lot more. You're not controlling space by sitting on cart. However, if you push up to this corner, you grant your team that whole what's it called? Path? Distance? That whole section of the map, this whole path of the cart, would be free if you just stand here and don't allow enemies to push past this corner. Because if they push past, they die. You know what I mean? So try to take space more effectively. Don't just sit AFK on cart. That's what a lot of bad things do. Especially if you have numbers advantages, you can push up. Don't know. Bad. If you look at a high level comp gameplay, I'm not going to say Owl because Owl's clearly different, but high level comp gameplay, it's often 1 or 2 people on cart while the rest of the team pushes up and denies the enemy team from regrouping, from having a 6v6, stuff like that. So another really bad bubble. No attention. Should have bubbled that Moira or whoever got hooked. I don't know who got hooked. They lived somehow. Another bad bubble. No attention on them. And you have bubble for that, which a better Hog finishes that. You need to say bubble for that. Another bad bubble on someone who has no attention on them. I want to go back and count them, but I'm not going to do that. Another bad bubble had no attention on you. It's like, you need to be way more strict with these bubbles. 100%. That was a mistake. I understand. You want to hook the Roadhog, or bubble the Roadhog. I'll give you that one. It's okay. Okay, that bubble worked out. Wasn't the best, but you're just lucky Junkrat shot you. Good job. D.Va's out of mech, and I would assume Zen would have trance, even though he's only at 85 right now. If I was ult tracking, I would think he has it, so I wouldn't waste grab. However, clearly he doesn't have it. He's only at 85% in the top of the screen. Alright, you hear Doom ulting. So you know he's going to land in their backline. You're going to want to start getting aggressive with him. Try to press W, help him out in the backline, give him a bubble maybe. Perfect bubble. Awesome. No real reason to bubble Bob there. Again, if you're full charge, use your bubbles more for protection instead of going for charge. Maybe protect the Doomfist was going in. But that wasn't terrible. I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing so far. The one big massive issue, it's kind of two big issues, is that you are not pushing up. You're kind of sitting on cart. When instead you should be pushing up, taking space, playing chokes, etc. Playing map geometry better. And the number 2 is wasting bubbles. A lot of the time there's no attention on you, however you bubble. And there's no attention on your teammate, but you bubble them. Maybe because they got shot a second ago, you think there's attention on them. But if not actively involved in a duel, that attention can shift real quick, which it has been throughout the game. But let's see how this game's going. Your Hog's dead already, yikes. Let's see what happened here.
Ready for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Good kill. Wasted bubble. So you play around your DPS instead of your other tank. Now sure, your tank shouldn't have been there for sure. But if you go up there and support him, he probably doesn't die. Hindsight's 20/20, but as Zarya, you're kind of, you gotta play with your other tank. You see him getting aggressive, get aggressive with him. Don't just leave him hanging high and dry. Another bad bubble. No attention on your Ashe. Don't give up choke for free. Your Doom is in there. Your team is engaging, and you're not helping them at all. Like, you could be giving that bubble to the Doomfist who's actually engaged instead of the Ashe, and you save him, and you get 40 charge, and you apply pressure to the enemy. But you keep backing up, and you're just leaving your team high and dry. Like, I'm sure they might be pushed too far up for you, but look at it this way. A team of 6 that's doing the same thing that might be wrong in your eyes is better than 6 people doing their own thing. Like, you need to work kind of as a unit. If you see them pushing up, try your best to help them. Don't just be like, oh, they're overextending, forget about them. Like, you're not good enough to solo carry this game, so try your best to help your team. If you were, like, fucking GM and had GM level mechanics, then sure, you could kind of solo carry. But you're not at that point, obviously. And that's not, I don't mean to sound like a dickhead when I say that, it's just the truth. You need to kind of help your team out. I'm not a fan of that bubble, but it worked. It gave you charge. Why am I not a fan of that bubble? Let's go back real quick. Like, your Ashe was kind of frontlining there, and then she dashes away, so but you bubble the Moira, who then became frontline. It worked out. It's just I'm not a huge fan of it. You're shooting teammates. Okay. Do not just mindlessly hold down left click. Don't do that. Because you're wasting hella ammo, so by the time that you're needed in a fight, you can't shoot anything. Like, if you see your cursors on a target, hold left click. If it's not, let go. Additionally, enemy has no healers here. You can see the kill feed, so kind of get aggressive, help your team. Save bubble if someone gets hooked. They didn't. Okay. You waste bubble on Ashe again. Like here, perfect. You see your ball getting aggressive, you get aggressive with them. Great. This is what you should have been doing the first, the first fight. You see Doom getting ready over there. You see him back there ready to fight. You might need to help him. Bad bubble. No attention on you. No need to bubble. Alright, you see your ball swinging. You know he might slam in. When he slams in, he might want to bubble. That would be a good time to bubble him. A little late there, but it's fine. Usually when I like it when I'm playing ball is when the ball is slamming in. Like when I start the... Once I do that motion is when I want the bubble. Also, you bubble yourself with no attention on you.
I'm with you. I need to recharge. Allow me to...
Waste the bubble there. No attention on him. Be more reactionary. Again, reactionary, not proactive. There we go. That right there, hooking someone who's, or bubbling someone who's getting hooked, perfect. Bubbling someone who looks like they're about to get hooked, not good. Because then Hog can just, he can bait you, like, a ton. By staring at somebody, by meleeing and looking like a hook animation. There's so many things that can bait you. No reason to bubble doom there. No attention on him. And now you don't have it for when he's actually in a fight. Good bubble. Bubbling, resing Mercy, absolutely fine with that. Reason for that, Mercy's going to take a ton of attention when she reses. And 2, that's clearly a position where the enemy is able to hit because there's a dead teammate there. So you know that she might, what's it called? She might have some more attention on her because it's in a spot where the enemy just was able to get a kill. So burning ball, don't waste bubble as soon as it's active. Please, don't do it, 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 don't. Reactionary, reaction. That's the key word for today, brother. Fucking reactionary. Good bubble on Mercy. You saw she was out there and had all the attention. Now, they're running 2 off healers, which means they have 2, what's it called? 2 defensibles, which can kind of fuck you when you're ulting. But it's like you're either gonna have to save ult 24/7, waiting for your team to get out the ults, or use your ult to get their ult out. So there, I'm fine with that. That's okay. And when I say defensive ult, I mean Lucio or Zen. Beat drop and Transcendence both kind of cancel out your grab. Alright, it's been 16 minutes, so let's just talk about your big issues. Number 1 is your bubbles. You're just kind of as soon as they're available, let me bubble something. Let me bubble something. Let me bubble something. Not good. You want to bubble who has the most attention on your team. So a lot of the time it's your ball who's slamming in onto 2 or 3 people. That's going to take a lot of attention. Maybe it's your Doomfist who's about to land from his ultimate in the enemy's backline. He's going to take a lot of attention. Maybe it's your Ashe who's frontlining without a shield. It's just be reactionary, not like predictionary. Is that even a word? Predictionary? I don't know. Try not to predict where the shots are going. Try to think, okay, my team is getting shot. I can see their HP going down. Let me bubble them. Real quick, let me show you something. In options, what I want you to do, go to allied health bars, put that on always. So you can always see your teammate's HP. Another issue is you don't take what's it called? You don't take space at all. Like you sit on cart and let your teammates push up. Pretty bad to do as a tank because your team needs that strong front line, that strong close range like duelist potential, which tanks give. So you need to start pushing up, denying enemies from taking corners. The reason a corner is good, so let me try to show you. Let's just look at look at a third point because it's pretty prevalent. This corner here. So you set here, which means the enemy can go here and fight you at long range. But if you position here, enemy's not going to set up over there. No defensive team on Hollywood will ever set up over there. They normally set up here. They have to come close to fight you because you're at a corner. You can easily peek behind here and then boom. You're either shooting somebody who's within this range of you, which is a tank range, or you peek around the corner and they're far away. And then you can't hit them, but because you come to this corner, you take all that space and they have to back up. Because if they don't back up, they're in your range, and your range, you're strong, because ideally you're high charge. The one thing I did like was your aim's not bad at all. Like for a bronze Zarya, for a bottom 500 Zarya, not bad. It's definitely better than I expected. I think you said your sensitivity, what was it? I think it was a little low. Granted, you don't have a lot of mousepad space, so I would definitely recommend bringing it higher. But this is just for you, not for anybody else watching the video. With all that being said, that's going to be the end of the VoD review. If you have questions, if anyone else has questions, let me know, either on Discord or in the comments. If you want a VoD reviewed, join my Discord, let me know. With all that being said, I'm going to end the video here. Peace out, y'all.